what you see. Make sure to hit the button now to stay updated on when I am up. I have no idea what else to say now, so I just end off this. Welcome to AmberAnkNA, and this is my channel.
Only late now. Chapter 6. Time Junkie. Massive side. The side that same time as at Chapter 5. Let's see about to see why. The new car scent smelled fantastic. It reminded her of a time back in Seattle when her dad brought home a company car a few weeks after moving from Oregon. Rather than using a borrowed vehicle, Martha was given a brand new car for her birthday. The silver four-door Sonda rated high in driver and passenger safety, which was a high priority for the Caulfields. For most of her life, Martha's parents sheltered her, so it was their only child, and they considered her safety their highest priorities. By giving her a car, it showed not only they trusted their daughter, but they were willing to let go some as she grew up and slipped into adulthood. For most of her life, she pulled up to Victoria's Street front and parked near the restaurant's entrance. Only 3 other cars were parked near the orange and teal building, with Maid Mass slightly nervous. The coffee shop generally had swale and rectangular glass windows in the front, so Mass had clear visibility. There were 2 girls slipping the crevices around a round 2-person table near the midway point between the entrance and the restrooms in the back. 2 employees were behind the bar, one cleaning dishes and the other wiping the countertop with a rag. A guy named Tom sent master tests before the timelines merged. In a way, the message helped encourage her. It was a sign she needed to go through with the photo jump. He knew how to locate her, too, which might have been the serious part. Finding someone else who understood the power was equally exciting and frightening. Matt sat and waited in the parking lot, intensely driving literally. She decided she would wait in the car until the mystery guy pulled up. The starter had a CD shot, but she secretly reached for a tape deck. She'd been listening to an indie mix of newer and oldest artists. While loading a new CD, she said, "Please feel her phone vibrate." It was a text from Coy. The music enthusiast was excited to hear from her girlfriend. It had been hours since they last spoke. It still felt weird thinking about her as her girlfriend. She had always just been Chloe. Now that they were exclusive and admitted having romantic feelings for each other, she assumed she would have to accept the label. Chloe asked her to send a quick selfie so she could whistle. After reminding Chloe of her meeting with Tom, Max realized she hadn't got a start of the new car yet. Positioning herself in front of the hood, she smiled and took the photo with her new car in the background. That deal, she thought. I hope Lisa likes me. Do you take photos of yourself often? A strange voice asked from behind, startling the photographer, causing her phone to nearly tumble to the ground. She quickly turned to face the man. Tom? She asked, although she knew the answer. Yes, and your mask? It's lovely to meet you. He stretched his trembling arm forward, holding his hand out for an appropriate greeting. After shaking, the man continued, Let's get some coffee and chat. I know you have questions. He reminded her a little more proper, a few years older, and spoke with a shouted drawl. He had to be in his mid to late 20s and wore a casual mix of a gray hoodie, blue jeans, black track shoes, and a two-pound belt. Once inside, they ordered the beverages, Tom paying for both, and sat down at the two-chilled high top nearest the doors. Max resisted eye contact until they were settled in and sitting. She sent Corey a couple of tests and placed the phone in her bag on the table in front of her. She noticed a familiar-looking blonde girl with short top hair and a red sweet in her bangs, sitting at a beautiful cross from them. I wonder who that is. I wonder. Who is it? I don't know. Who could that girl be? Who could that familiar blonde girl with short top hair and a red sweet in her vein be? Could I be doing a little hinting? Maybe. Maybe not. It's the same. Is it not? No spoils. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm not gonna spoil anything. Let's say Skipper will have importance to the story. Yeah, let's go with that. Not gonna say why. I'm just gonna hint. Hint, hint, hint. Hint. Hint, 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 hint. Hint. Anyways, back to the story. Tane was staring and did a listen from behind a coffee mug. She held up to her mouth. Mouse felt a tiny tinkle on the back of her neck, but shook it off. Realizing she needed to get straight to the point of this meeting so she could retain the answers she sought. Wonder why Max is getting a tinkling feeling. Tiny tinkle in her. I wonder. I'm not gonna say why. I'm not. Nope. Just gonna hint. I'm gonna tease you and hint you guys until we find out why. The beauty of it though. To Matt, this wasn't a social call. She didn't want to be there any longer than necessary. As this man knew more about her powers, though, it was worth a conversation. Channeling her inner Captain Bluebeard, Matthew decided to be direct. So, who are you? What do you want? How did you find me? Tom snickered. You sound a lot like me when I was your age. She couldn't quite place his accent, but figured he must be from somewhere down south. I guess we should get right to this. Yeah. His hands were slightly jittering. His pointer and thumb on one hand consistently rubbed all five fingertips on the other hand. Then the hands switched and repeated the rubbing sensation. That would be the idea, the brunette responded. But the man noticed her looking at his hands. He loaded them down off the table, then grabbed his colleague and took a strip, attempting to hide the fidgets. Did you know butterflies see in a range of ultraviolet colors that are invisible to humans? Tom asked. obviously intending to divert Max's attention. Their normal eyesight is quite poor. They can't see more than a few feet in front of them. He had this distant look in his eyes, almost like he was looking through and past her. Max was growing more cautious each moment. No, I wasn't aware, she slowly responded. Is everything alright, Tom? Yes. If I can remember correctly, I tell you what you need to know. But first, you notice we work around the restaurant. Did you let the devastation happen? Devastation? You mean the storm? The photographer asked. Keep your voice down. Yes. Sir, the storm. Tom briefly replied. Well, yes and no, I think. The town is safe, and Chloe is alive. It's like I chose both. Somehow, maybe. She didn't know why or how it happened exactly. Tom shook his head. How can that be? How could you choose both? It's supposed to be one or the other. How do you know all of this? Max questioned. Answer me! Tom impatiently yelled, slamming his hand on the table, storming Max as well as himself. The breakfast nearly toppled over. One of the other patrons and before he's working through the lessons. I'm sorry. He gathered himself. I just don't understand. It's always been one or the other, not both. I knew something different had happened. Max timidly pleaded. Can I ask you something? The man in the gray hoodie responded with foreign motioning hands, signaling carrying her request for the separate bowl. You said that you had the rewind power before me. What happened? The power leaves once the purpose is fulfilled. The man ran his fingers through his short, dark brown hair, mumbling to himself. What purpose? What am I supposed to do? You must save everyone. Make the choice for the greater good. I don't know what that means for you. I just know I let my girlfriend die. Now I'm fucked up. I was unsure what would happen and I assumed I could rewind again if I saw the outcome. Yeah, I saved them all with those parents and all those kids in it from disaster. But as soon as Viria died, the power to rewind was gone. Fuck! He slammed his hand on the table again. Mental shifting was gone too. Tom didn't seem to worry about the volume of the voices anymore. Mental shifting? Max had never heard the phrase. Yeah. Tom tried, seeming to come out of his daze. You know, when you think about a memory and your mind travels back to that spot for a brief time. Oh! Like photoshopping? Max lit up. Despite his peculiar personality, he was starting to feel a slight bond with the man because of the similar experiences. Through this place, he could only explain what she was feeling. It was exciting to be able to share the experience with someone else for a change. What is that? He questioned. I can concentrate on the photo I'm in, then jump to the past through the photo. No, you can't jump through a photo. That's crazy. You're still talking about mental shifting. The photo must be the tool your mind uses to enhance your powers. Closing his eyes, Tom took a deep inhale through his nose and licked his lips. God damn it. I miss it so much. I can feel it all over you. I can smell it. Taste it in the air. He opened his eyes and saw the terrified look on Max's face. I'm sorry. It becomes so much of who you are, and it's gone. You crave it. Something is a part of everything you do, and everywhere you go for 6 months, it's tough when it's gone. On top of the grief for Vicky, it's been overwhelming. Wowzers. You had it for 6 months? I haven't even had it for 1 month. She wondered how much she would fuck up if she had it for as long as he did. And I'm very sorry about your Vitva. I don't know how to say it, okay. It's Vera. Decide for yourself. Or, hang on. Google. Google. Hang on. How to say... Villa. What? Villa. Villa. So it's Villa. Okay, I got it now. Probably heard that in the recording. Villa. Okay, that's how you say it. And I'm sorry about your Villa. Yes, Mass. You're apparently progressing and allowing you couldn't wait. Paved. You have to be careful. It took the other months to be able to melt yourself. You did it in a few days. Though, using an item like a photo to enhance the power is fascinating. Max wondered if fasting too fast is what causes her nosebleeds. Wait, there are others? She asked. Oh, yes, indeedly. I was told there were at least 3 before me, perhaps more. I only met Jazz, and she only met the one before her. Jazz found me and gave me the information I'm giving you. She was much better at it, though. And she found me the day after I discovered the power. I'm sorry it took me so long. If I had more time. I'm just getting more confused. Let me think. Okay, how did you find each other? How did you find me? When you say you no longer have the power? So many questions are popping into her head. I lost the power. Yes. But there are residual barriers you notice once it's gone. I felt it every time you rewound or shifted. 2 weeks ago, I saw a golden glow in the west, in your direction. It was like a bright star on the horizon. When I realized it was the power calling me, I sought you out. It was like the song of a siren. I couldn't resist. What about the test? How did you send it to 2 timelines? I only sent it once, he suddenly replied. But I remember 2 realities. I remember choosing to save the town and watching my, best friend die. Also remember choosing for her to live. We served the White House and saw the storm destroy the town. I remember both realities. I received your message the next day. So you're trying to create clarity and make sense of the new information. That's all for getting as much insight as possible. Without noticing her statement, Tom cried, Chloe, was it? She's the one you chose to save or let die? She's more than a friend, right? Max nodded. Do you know what she's doing right now? I have a suspicion you wouldn't like it if you did. Call her and ask her what she's hiding from you. Matt spoken. I trust her! She would never do anything to hurt me. We don't hide things from one another. She looked down at her phone and hoped of finding a message from my girlfriend. You so, sir. Why didn't you just hesitate and look towards your phone? Something me, Mouse. Before the mall accident, I saw things, had visions. I knew it was going to happen. Piecing it together was my only focus. I couldn't give Vorta Villa what she wanted anymore. I was too involved in myself and my search. I really fucked up. Do not let that happen to you. Although I think you're realizing it now. It already has. What has already happened to me? She eagerly begged, using finicles and annoyance. Victoria was cheating on me, Mass. Fuck you, Tom! She felt the same hatred boiling from deep inside her one more time. It was like Mark Jefferson had replaced the person sitting in front of her. We Mass and Chloe, not you and Victoria. Vera. Look at that sick confused. Our love is stronger than anything you... The man pushed away from the table and jumped on her. Fuck! It's happening! What's happening, Tom? Max was alarmed and confused. Jazz said when my purpose was completely fulfilled, the listeners' abilities will leave me too. I can't be love again. I'm not ready. Max recalled the man telling her how severely it craved the rewind power after losing it. He felt he would not be able to handle losing this part of himself too. Everybody seemed paranoid and tormented. Tom ran outside and Max followed, grabbing her phone and bag from the table. The man was almost to his crimson-colored van, so Max dropped in front of her car. Tom! She shouted, but he was already inside. God, I don't want to do this. I don't think I have a choice. She raised her hand and began to rewind. No, don't! Screamed Tom as he noticed her arm stretched out from the vehicle's windshield, but it was too late. Max was in full rewind mode, rewinding her phone trip, and Chloe was once again waiting on a selfie. So Max turned around, smiled, took the shot, and sent it as before. Tom approached Max. Do you take photos of yourself often? Wait, no. Shit. Max, it's not gonna work. They're gone. I can't feel you anymore. I can't. Beginning to sob, the man turned and once again went towards his van. Tom, wait! Max called after him. You're on your own time, Master. The wheel showed as he sped away in our sight. Soon, Max went back into the restaurant, purchased a coffee, responded to her text, and sat in the booth alone. Thousand thoughts twisted around in her brain. Chloe loves me. She does. Wanting to take her mind off the information drop to see this revealed received, Max pulled up a book on her phone, popped in her earbuds, and started reading. After a few hours, she couldn't shake the feeling Tom could be right about Chloe and Rachel. The doubts and the insecurity came flooding back. She hated the helpless feeling of being so far from her girlfriend. So she decided to call. When calling didn't work, she decided to text. Oh, Captain. Heart. Chloe? Please pick up. Call me. I'm worried, Chloe. I called several times. Should I call the police? Please be okay. Chloe. Please. Ooh. 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 Ooh, not good. First got the information dropped by Tom, and then seeing how it combines to make one. Ooh, that's not good. Not good at all. I wonder. What do you think is gonna happen? We'll find out though. Ta-da!